Hello everyone, welcome back to Game Dev Tycoon. This is the opening screen. You wouldn't have seen that before. But yeah, immediately after I finished recording, the game crashed. So, alright. But hey, we saved and we can continue gaming. So, there you go. So, let's click to continue our game. And we just finished Werewolf and we are back in our basement. Or no, garage. It's garage. There's a giant car with a dust cover on it. And we have a poster of Pong on our wall. That is so cute. And that just shows how far back we are. But we're going to make a new game. And it's going to be for the PC, because go PC. I want to make an action game. Or hold on, wait, what was that? RPG simulation strategy and action. We're going to make an action game. Now, what would make a good action topic? Hunting? That's kind of actiony. We're gonna look fantasy because we are a fantasy company, and I want to get find out as many good combinations for that as possible for when we make giant games. Like, I wonder if we can make the Elder Scrolls series in this. I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to make the Elder Scrolls series. No, I wonder how I would do that. Oh well, we'll find out later. Now, what should we call our new fantasy action game for the PC? Road to the Capital. Because it'll be a guy going to the capital for something, and along the way he has to fight goblins and stuff. And story quests, of course. Decent gameplay. We don't really have an engine, so a little less to the engine. But let's see. Where are we going? Alright. So, I wonder... Our AI kind of need a little more dialogue. Well, no, it's an action game, so not really any dialogue. You need good AI and level design for it. And you need good sound, you need action design, not really much world design, you need decent graphics, so let's do that. So I think we finished our game. And ooh, an extra design. Cool. So, ooh, we leveled up gameplay, story, dialogue, level design, AI, world, graphic. Wow, we leveled up everything except engine, and that's because we don't really have a good engine at this point. That's cool. And then the Ness, or Tess, has been doing great. And they love the controllers. So maybe we'll make a game for the Tess next. And of course we're just staying in the average. I need to find a good game for the PC. Because we gotta stop doing average. Like, that is literally borderline. Like, a tiny step above borderline. We gotta do better than that. I want 8s and 9s, and I want 10s. Give me 10s. I've never had a game that's all 10s. Level design is very important. PC action is good. So more research for more topics. Business. That's going to be a simulation game. So, anyway, one of my favorite games of all time, especially when I was younger. Like, when I was younger, I was obsessed with this game. It was called Jurassic Park Genesis. Or was it Jurassic Park Genesis? I think it was Genesis. And sports. Yeah, we're going to get sports, and then we're going to do that on the test. Because for some reason, fantasy football is a major thing. Which also, actually, no. Anyway, back on Jurassic Park, because I'm not going to go into another rant for fantasy football. But that'll be another video in its entirety. But you built your own Jurassic Park, and I loved that. And there was a game when I was younger. Like, it was early 90s, and I would have to stay after school waiting for my parents to pick me up because we didn't have buses. It was one of the schools where you had to drop kids off. And I would be up in the computer lab at like 5 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock at night, because my parents stayed up late. And it was a game where you were stranded on an island, and you were like two characters, and you had to survive. One of the things you could do, though, is you could get eggs, and you could like make an egg warmer and hatch dinosaur eggs, and then you could have dinosaurs follow you around and attack other dinosaurs. It was like a 90s, like early 90s game. It was really old, and it was like 2D. The map wasn't very big, but you had to go to nests, and you could get velociraptor eggs, and you could raise velociraptors, and I cannot for the life of me remember that game, and I want to. Because I loved that game as a child, and I want to know what it is, just so I could have it. Anyway, recent studies suggest that the increasing variety of gaming devices also creates markets for more specialized games. Some platforms become more popular with younger gamers, while others cater to more mature games. As more developers enter the market, we expect developers to focus their games on specific age groups to make an impact. So now we can target audience. Great, we're going to need more research for that. Don't forget to create custom game engines. This will improve your games a lot, and you can create custom game engines through an action menu. And now I've created dungeon. So I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to develop, because PC all the way. And we're going to do a dungeon RPG, and it's going to be called Enter the Labyrinth. Labyrinth. I think that's spelled correctly. I'm not sure. But I want to remember that game. Like, I really want to remember that game. Like, level that up just so we can get to level 2 in that. And I want to remember that game. I cannot remember it. It's just like a little island. And following access to test consoles, there are now rumors circling that Vena, another Japanese company, is planning on releasing a home game console of their own. Cool. I wish I could remember it. Oh well. Anyway, back to Jurassic Park Genesis. Like, I love that because I love dinosaurs, and I wish dinosaurs would come back. Not just as like a hunting thing, but you did so much cool stuff. Ooh, world design, definitely. Graphics, less sound. Maybe a little less graphics. Not so much on sound. But it was just so good. And dinosaurs used to be the big thing after Jurassic Park came out. Like, it was huge. And some of them were just like those stupid shooter games where, oh no, you're on Jurassic Park and you have to shoot dinosaurs. Vena has Master V. The company claims that the Master V is technically superior to the mass successful test by Nintendo. Plans to release it in the coming months. I have no idea what console that's trying to copy. And we finished our game. But, like, there were cool ones where, I remember this game. I can't remember what it was called. It was Jurassic Park something. you built a dinosaur, and then you had to go around and you scanned barcodes, and you got DNA bits to modify and upgrade your dinosaurs. That was awesome. Like I got one of those scanners, and you would see me going up and down the aisles with the food of like Kroger's, just scanning barcodes. My mom had to rein me. It was ridiculous, but it was such a cool gimmick. And then, like, you had this little one, and you had to scan the barcodes, and you plug it up to your computer, and then it would like read all the DNA that you collected, and oh god, it was just so cool. And we leveled up engine, sweet, and generated game report. But it was just so cool. And then there was another one. What was it? Like, yeah, you built your own Jurassic Park, and I wonder if I can find it. I wonder if I can find it around here. Like, I just have this giant stack of games next to my PC. It's yeah, it's Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. You built your own Jurassic Park, and you had a management. It was like a roller coaster tycoon, but for dinosaurs. And if you ever got bored, and oh, I didn't even see the scores we were having. I was too busy in the middle of a rant. 8, 9, 7, and 9. We finally passed the midpoint, where we were just kind of eh. That's great, and I'm glad for that. That'll get us a lot of good. Oh, that's got us more than we got in our first sale week than we did the entire time before. Dungeon RPG is great combination. Platform PC RPG is decent. Not very important. So artificial intelligence is not very important. So I bet if we had done it, we're gonna target the audience. But yeah, operators, and if you ever got bored in that game, all you had to do was delete the enclosure for the T-Rex, and the T-Rex would go and eat your park. And it was so much fun. According to our market research, the recently popular game Enter the Labyrinth is a surprise hit. The developers of Dragon's Den Gaming is fairly new to the gaming industry, but we cannot wait for what they will develop next. Neither can I, guys. And we now have target audience. So we're gonna develop a game. Let's do a mature game in this early kind of game. We'll do a werewolf mature game for PC, because I want to get as much action, adventure, strategy. Yeah, we have spare money. Let's do a strategy game. I think that's one of the ones we don't have. Yeah, we don't have strategy or simulation. Ooh, we could do a simulation. Let's simulate being a werewolf. Call it the Hunt of the Silver Moon. There we go. And we're gonna hunt a werewolf. Or we're gonna be werewolf hunting. I don't know. 2D would be better in 3D, but we don't have 3D. Need good gameplay and story quests. I don't know. We'll see what is going on. We don't have an engine. I gotta save up to get a customized engine. And you need. Oh, it says you really need AI for this, so let's do really good AI and bring down level design a bit. You know, let's bring up dialogues a bit. There you go. So it's mainly AI. But I loved that Operation Genesis game. Like, it was old, it was clunky, but you could modify the map. You could have islands. It could be a flat map. You could have giant rivers. You could do all kinds of stuff. The more appropriate and close it was. You need better graphics for this kind of game. Less world design. Let's make world design. Let's raise these up a bit. Here we go. But hi, I'm Steve O'Connell, a reporter for Planet GG. We heard rumors that your company is developing a game for a mature audience. No comment. We're not a big enough company for any of that. It's now off the market. It sold 33,000 units and created over $230,000. Man, if only real life were like this. But yeah, dinosaurs used to be so big, and now they're just kind of gone away. There have been rumors circulating in the industry that Dragon's Gaming might be working on a game for mature audiences. Industry experts say that sooner or later games with mature themes will become more common. We are curious to see how the market will react to these games. Yeah, because there weren't a lot of mature games in the early days. So that's why I don't know. Whatever this console was, it wasn't very big in America, but it was big everywhere else. The Master V Vivenna has stirred up market worldwide. The tree console is not very well marketed in North America, but it will flourish in other parts of the world. So no breaking records yet, but oh well. Anyway, what was that? Yeah, dinosaurs used to be so big, and now they're just kind of gone away. And I want to bring them. I want to bring them back. Like Ark is the first big thing I've seen with dinosaurs in a while, and I like that. I'm glad dinosaurs haven't been fully killed off because you don't want them to, because they are just giant monsters. And we didn't do very well in this game. Oh well, I did it mainly for the market research for the future. It wasn't really meant to be a big one. Because right now I'm just trying to get as much market research so I can make a giant game that'll pull people in. Unless like my instincts are telling me do this. Yeah, we're just flat 5. So we had one good game and everything else is average. We aren't below average, which is good. But anyway, back to Ark. I played Ark for a bit. In fact, there's a really horrible story. Werewolf and simulation is a horrible combination. Not very important for this kind of gameplay. Alright, so PC is great for mature. Simulation is great for it. Werewolf and mature is great. Werewolf and simulation just is a horrible combination. Alright, and we're only like 20 away from being able to make an engine. So I think we're just going to do that. What topics do we have? Sci-fi. Oh, and look, it now has mature plus plus. That's cool. Alright. We're going to do a game for everybody. And we're going to do this. And we're going to do a strategy game, because I want as much research on the PC as possible. And strategy. What's a good strategy game? Have we done fantasy and strategy? No, we haven't, so we'll do that. And then let's do this one. Not Dungeon Defender. Protect the Princess. Because I'm picturing like one of those tower defense games. And because I don't really want to spend a lot of money on this, we're going to do 2D graphics, because the more points we get in that, the better, because that'll help future games. That's the one good thing about being a startup company. You can kind of experiment a bit. Just like I'm experimenting with YouTube. Like I'm trying to find out what my niche is. Like I love science games, which is why I did Stellaris, and it was big, so what better way to jump off than having a giant game? Sadly, everyone else was doing it, so I didn't get many followers. But also, I just love science. I absolutely love it. You can hear me rant about science in my Stellaris videos. This is because I love video games. I adore video games. I have a bunch of old school video games. And I have a big old stiffy for Nintendo's old products. Not the Wii. I don't like the Wii. But like the Game Boy. Oh, the Game Boy. I loved the Game Boy. Silver Moon's off the market. It only sold 15,000 copies and only made 106,000 in sales. And we can now make casual games. Sweet. But I think we're going to get our own engine, because that'll be important. But yeah, Game Boy. I think actually my parents, my dad likes to say anyway, the one regret he ever did, like one of the biggest regrets he ever got me, was he got me the Game Boy because I never let it go. I never let it go. And to me, that was one of the best things he ever did for me. And Commodore 64, Govador G64, is losing. Has been unsuccessful introducing higher priced computers to compete against newer and more advanced PCs. That's right, buddies. You lost. And Protect the Princess is in 7. Alright, so we did good. They're usually within a point of each other. So we did a decent game. And is it going to be 7 across the boards? Nope. Dang it. That would have been awesome. Quadruple 7s. Oh well. But anyway, that was one of the best things my dad ever did for me. Like he hates it. Fantasy strategy is a great combination. Artificial intelligence is very important for this game. PC strategy is great. PC everyone is good. Fantasy everyone is great. So we're going to research our own customized game engine. But that was one of my favorite things as a kid, was the Game Boy. I remember sitting in my 3rd grade class and my friend had one as well, and we would both play Pokemon on it. And like we were such mischievous players, we had to like be separated. And holy crap, they had the Game Boy in the game! Oh, I am so making several games for that. I wonder if I can make Pokemon. Oh, I'm gonna so try. I love it. I was going on a rant about the Game Boy, and the Game Boy is in the game and pops up. Oh, I am so making a game for that. Today, Nintendo has announced that they will introduce a portable game console called the Gameling. Yes! The device comes with changeable game cartridges, a monochrome screen on green background, built-in speakers, and even multiplayer supported via a connection cable. Oh god, those cables. Those cables. We could like trade with 4 people at once. Compared to the PC and other gaming consoles, the Gameling is underpowered, but given the lower cost and excellent portability, it might find a huge... Oh god, did it ever. It was a cult. It's still a cult thing. And it hits the shelves next month. Alright, well, I'm going to make a game engine. Game tutorials and mono sound. Research, game history. I'm going to create a game engine. Ooh, save game, linear story, 2D graphics, volume 2. Alright, and it's going to be called the Drake engine, because we're dragons, so let's make everything dragon related. People remember what we are. But, my god, they had the Game Boy in the game. Oh, if I could find a way to make Pokemon in the game, I will immediately get millions of dollars. Actually, if this has a bunch of real life things, can I make games that were in real life and they'll have the same following in game? Protect the Princess is offline. It sold 25,000 units and generated 172,000 in cash. Cool. Wait a minute. Can I make this game in game? That'll be interesting. If I can make this game in game, that would be cool. What games can we make? Make the Drake engine. Alright, so we're going to make a young game for this. And we're going to make... What's a good one for here? Simulation and adventure and strategy. Let's do an adventure game. Actually, what's a good topic we got? Dungeon. We don't have a dungeon adventure. We're going to call this one Enter the Labyrinth. Wait, didn't we already have one called that? We are going to have one called... It's just going to be called Dungeon Crawler. Dungeon Crawler for Young. It's going to have 2D Graphics Volume 2. The Gameling's out. Oh, I cannot wait. Story quests and gameplay. And a little bit higher on the engine, a little less on the gameplay. You want linear story, and you want to be able to save the game. And I can't wait. Well, I think after this game, I'm going to cut it off. So you don't really need AI. You need good level design and dialogue, but not so much on the AI. So, oh man. If I can make this game inside this game, man, that would be amazing. You need good graphics. Yeah, you need good level design. Not so much sound. There you go. But that would be so funny and so cool. I wonder if you can. I want to find out if you can. So if game dev ever pops up as something you can research, you can make this game in this game. And I bet there's an achievement for it. And I bet I'm going to make Pokemon, and then I'm going to see if I can make this game in this game, and that would be amazing. Alright, so let's see what we got. We're almost leveling up on level design. Ooh, and almost immediately leveling up in 2D graphics. And video game magazines, these magazines will offer a great way. Yeah, like the old gameplay? What was it? What was it called? We can now do marketing. Yay. Generate a game report. What was that old-fashioned... Like, if you used to have, like, a game... what was it? Our reviews are in. Alright, well, it's another average game, so... What was it called? That old magazine you used to be able to get? Game Informer. Game Informer. And it's just straight 5s across the board. So that kind of sucks, but... Well. Yeah, Game Informer magazine. Yeah, so that became big. And... Yeah. So now we're actually we're getting off the ground, guys. We're getting off the ground. And we just finished up our game report. So let's see what we can research. Still sci-fi. Well, I think I'm going to cut it there, guys. But I'm liking this game because it's bringing out my inner gamer. And I absolutely adore this game so far. Like, I've played 2 videos of it in like maybe 10 minutes before I had to get off. So this is going to be fun. I'm going to like this game. But for now, this is TheDandyMan signing off, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you in the next video. Ta-ta for now.